Hello friends, happy Tuesday. Happy day 2 of our 10 days of Christmas in July. I'm gonna get us pulled up over here so I can see our comments maybe. I know I had an issue last night. Let me know when you're here, just say hello. Oops, what am I doing? So today we are gonna work on our Mrs. Claus to go with the Santa Claus that we did yesterday. Pardon the noise, I know it's gonna be noisy a second. All right, let me get you guys tipped down here. I believe that we're live where we need to be. All right, so we're gonna do Mrs. Claus. She is a shelf setter to go with the Santa Claus that we did yesterday. She's got a cute little baking tray of goodies. Just kind of trying to throw her together here real quick for you guys to see her, but you get the gist. You'll see her painted and done in just a minute. Let me grab Santa. We painted him live yesterday for day 1, so she's gonna match our Santa Claus, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and set him over here, and I forgot to get out my sponges and all the things. Hi Donna, hello Marquita, hey Vicky. All right, let's see. I have a terrible headache today. I've been sick all day. So when this is over, I'm probably just going straight to bed. All right, got us a few sponges ready. Okay, and I saved my colors from yesterday because they match. So we're gonna use the same exact colors that we used for Santa Claus. So I'm gonna go ahead, you kind of see where her layered pieces are at, right? So most of her is going to be done in red, kind of like with Santa Claus yesterday. We did the same kind of thing. Hi Susan. All right, so I'm going to start with her red. And I'm going to go right here where this line's at for her neck. I think I went a little bit over it. Hopefully I think I can fix it though. There we go. Not too bad. I went a little over, but we'll be able to tame that down. And then I am gonna paint basically down to here. I think can stay in red. The rest of it's gonna be covered with our 3D pieces, and then she'll have her little feet, her shoes. How is everybody doing tonight? Did you guys watch day 1 yet? I'll send out an email at the end of the week with all of the links to go back and watch the replays. And they live here on Facebook, so you can search for them, but I will send out a link at the end. I am doing okay. How about you? This little piece is going to be done in white, which I didn't get any white out yet. What am I doing? Here we go. I have got 30 minutes until I can take some more medicine, and I cannot wait. Oh no. All right. Let's do our white little collar. I think she's going to be even quicker than Santa. I feel like Santa took longer. I don't think she's going to take as long. She seems like less pieces or something. I don't know what it is about her. Might be exactly that. It might be less pieces. I don't know. All right, so there's her little collar. Now she's got a cute little bow, and I'm going to do that in red as well. She probably isn't going to have any green on her. I'll have to look. She might have some green on her buttons. Santa has some green parts, so they might be slightly different, but they will go together very well. All right, got our little bow. I think her hair's gonna be white, right? So let's do that while we've got her sitting here too. I'm just gonna go up here to this other line, try to do the same thing I did for the red there. And then I will come in and do a second coat on her hair, I'm pretty sure, just to make it nice and bright. And then here's the rest of her little hair piece right here. Hey, Linda. And so I'll do that part real quick as well. I didn't plug in my heat gun tonight, so I should probably do that. But like I said, she's only got a few pieces. I think she's only gonna take us like, I don't know, not very long at all. She's gonna be done before we know it. It's awful. Like I was saying, I have had a headache all day. I have got 1,069 steps. That's it so far. I got up, took some medicine, laid back down until I had to work, and then worked and came down here. So that's all I've done. I need to try to take a walk if my medicine kicks in, and I can do that. All right, so this part is gonna be, I'm gonna do this in black. And these go, yeah. Yes, 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 that will work. Where did my, here we go. Black. And again, I'm not even using, yes, the sponge painter. Yes, Linda, you got it right. What was I gonna say? This isn't black, it's actually pavement, which is a really dark gray, but I like to use that anyways. A lot of times instead of black. If I want it super, super dark, then I'll use the actual black, but I do use pavement a lot. So that's what this one is, just a really dark gray. All right, I feel like I'm like going so fast. All right, we need to do her face. So we need our little skin tone for her. I don't think she has a 3D nose, does she? Let me see. I don't believe so. She's got her glasses, so I think that's her 3D part on her face. No nose. So I'm going to take some warm buff, and I got way too much out on my palette, but that's all right. And we're gonna do that for her face. Look, yesterday I painted some of Santa with a brush, and I still have little bristles everywhere from that brush. Now she's gonna have her little collar right there, so if you can see, I kind of went over the line, but you're not gonna be able to tell that once the collar's on there. And the same thing up at her hair. You don't have to be perfect at the lines, because she is gonna have some 3D pieces over top of her. And I'm just kind of going through and doing like a coat and a half on here, just to make sure that it's even. You don't want part of her face to be one color and part of her face to be another color. I'm just trying to even it out. There we go. And I do want to do another coat of white on her hair. So let's do that real quick. Make her hair nice and bright. Is anybody else doing any Christmas painting yet? I know it's early for some, but like I said yesterday, I want to make sure I have stuff up and available for those of you who are already crafting. But I will be very excited when we're done with this to start painting fall stuff. I haven't done anything fall yet, and I do love fall painting. So once we're done with our 10 days here of Christmas in July, we'll move on to fall things. All right, yesterday I forgot to do this part until the end, so I'm gonna do that right now before I forget, and that is just gonna be her shoes, and those are in black. Well, this is the stand part, I should say, not her shoes. I'll do her shoes here in just a second. And then once that paint dries, I'll glue those together. And this is the shoes. All right. So I think we should be able to start putting her together. She feels like she's dry. So we're gonna use my favorite glue, which is the Stick Fast. Guys, it's Amazon Prime Day today and tomorrow. Get you some glue. I did just post a link to my Amazon must-haves. If you guys shop my link, I do earn a small commission. Itty bitty one. But it doesn't cost you anything extra to use my app or my link. So if you do, I appreciate it. And then let's see, actually I need to paint her glasses first. Should her glasses be red or should her glasses be black? Let me know what you think. Because those have to line up perfect with her hair, otherwise they're not going to fit her face right. So I want to wait to do those just a second. So let me know. She does have the red bow that's going to be in her hair. So do we want red glasses as well, or should I make those black so that they stand off her face a little bit more? I'm going to paint this background. Maybe a little bit lighter gray. Let's mix some white in with that. Let me know on the glasses. Hey, Melissa. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap some of this paint on here. And then I'm gonna do some white paint on here too with it to lighten it up a little bit. I want it to just be a little bit different color than the background that it's on. See how I did that? I didn't really blend it or anything. Well, it did blend on here, but I didn't mix the colors previous. So it's just slightly lighter than that background. And this I'm gonna go ahead and glue on here. That didn't line up very good. Why did that do that? I would have thought it would have covered the whole thing and it didn't. So my glue went way outside of where it should have been. It's all right, it's gonna dry clear. I am gonna take a tissue here and try to clean it up a little bit, just so it's not a thick line there. But it'll dry clear, so no worries. All right. Hello, Heather. I didn't get a response. I'm gonna go ahead and do black glasses just because I feel like it'll pop off her face better. Never mind. Red. Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna do red. So torn. Because she is gonna have the cookies sitting on top, and so that black tray is gonna kind of take up some more of the red. I guess if she was just gonna be, if she didn't have anything in her hands and she had primarily red showing, then I would probably have done black glasses for her. But this way, she'll have that red popping right off of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue the glasses down first, and then I'm gonna glue her hair down around the glasses because her glasses do have the etching here for me to show me exactly where to put them. And then her hair fits right around the glasses. Literally has a little cutout right there. You see the little edges there? So that fits perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put her little bow right up in her hair. Probably should do this part too. That part's not gonna touch. So I just put some glue on the bottom part of the bow. There she is so far. And then she's got these cute little buttons. You could choose to use both or just one. I'm gonna just use the one button, I think. And it's gonna be a button, and I think I'm just gonna do black on it. You could do white. Her hair's already white, so I don't wanna do anything more white right there. And I don't wanna add in green because that's gonna be the only thing then that would be green, so yes, we're gonna stick with black. I was just looking at it. Thank you. I think she'll be adorable. Sometimes I question myself, you know, the colors choices and whatnot. So if I sound like I'm mumbling or hey Karen, mumbling or like second guessing myself, I am. That's exactly why I sound that way. Sometimes I have an idea in my head and then I'm like, ooh, wait, but we could do this. And then I go back and forth. Well, do I want it this way or do I want it that way? Again, make sure anytime you're using these and you have double that they're lined up. The whole part is lined up, okay? The edge might be off slightly because the designers of these files hand draw them most of the time. But you wanna make sure that the inside lines up so that way you can stick your sitter down in there. If those don't line up, then it's not going to work very well for you. All right, so next up for Mrs. Claus here. Oops, I got a marker and she's got eyelashes etched in. I'm gonna go ahead and fill those in with my marker just to make them a little bit more defined. And I'm going to color her eyes in with my big Sharpie, my regular sized Sharpie. Oh, thank you. And she's got giant eyes. I don't think Santa's eyes were as big. Oh, I got black on my fingers. I'm gonna have to touch that up. So we will probably give her a little white dot in her eyes so she doesn't just have giant black eyes sitting there like that. All right, I am gonna take the little one again though, and I'm gonna go around her nose and her mouth etchings as well. We just wanna make sure they stand out nice. And you don't have to touch every single line. If your marker comes up at all, just give yourself a little space, a little gap. There you go. Now she looks more defined. You can see her face better. And I'm gonna do some parts of her hair, not every single one or not the whole line, but we are gonna do some parts of her hair as well. And I think it just gives her more definition. You can leave the lines completely untouched. See, I didn't do anything with the top. They just make them stand out a little bit more. Probably should have done that before I put the 3D piece on there, but that's all right. Just makes things a little bit more challenging. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, I gotta touch up her neckline here real quick because I got some black on my wrist or my fingers, I don't know, something. I think it was my wrist, but I drug it through. So just want to be careful, make sure that you only get it on the white part, that you're not pressing too hard so it doesn't go down on her face or on her dress if you have to do any touch-ups. You can still kind of see the dark through there, but you got to really be looking for it, and nobody cares if it's not perfect, right? Now, gotta go down a little bit lower with this red because it doesn't cover between where her shoes are going to be. And it should blend perfect because it's the exact same red. It's just that it has dried. So we're gonna give her a second to dry so that that matches up just right. All right, so then we have her little hands. And we're gonna have all of these cute little pieces, her little cookies. And I am gonna paint them. They're gonna be, well, here's the thing. I could paint them all differently. I could have a white snowman, a tan gingerbread man, maybe a red stocking, a green tree, a gold star, and a silver bell. Or I can paint them all just so that they look like cookies. Should they be colored or should they be cookies? Let me know, colored or cookie color. And then I am gonna do her hands to match Santa's. So those were black, and then we'll have red and white on her, her cuffs. But let me know on those cookies, colored cookies or just cookie color, just a tan. Colors, yay. I was hoping you guys were gonna ask for colors. All right, we will do colors. You guys wanna know what I didn't do yesterday? I didn't clean my brushes like I said I was going to. So I still need to do that, but I'm gonna use this crusty brush from yesterday to paint my white part of my cuffs here. So we got red for the sleeve part of this cuff. There we go. And then I'm going to use this brush to paint the white. I'm horrible, guys, at taking care of my brushes. Ooh, you could use cookies or the marker to outline. If you did them in tan, that would be good too. I don't like the brush because it leaves brush strokes, but maybe I can smooth it out here in just a minute. I can get more detailed and not go over my line though with the brush. But I think that I can use this to smooth it, so let's see. So I just want to be careful and make sure that my line stays pretty straight there. And I went a little over, but that's all right. I went slightly over, but what I'm going to do is use a marker to line those up perfectly so that they look better. I am going to go ahead and use colored, guys. I could totally use the tan and do the outlines like you said, and that'd be cute too, but I'm going to use, this needs shaken up. I'm going to use colors just because Santa has more color in him and I feel like we want them to match pretty good. There we go, that's better. So I need a little bit of green on here. We've got white. What else did I need? I think that's good for my colors. So I have a white snowman. I'm gonna have a red stocking. And then we do have one cookie color, our little gingerbread man. And we've got our Christmas tree, our only green on the whole thing. And then we're going to do a gold star and a silver bell. And then we get to put it all together. Whoops, this was my white sponge. What am I doing? This was my one I thought I was using. I thought I was using the one that had tan on it. That's all right. I'm gonna have to go over it with the second coat of the gold just to make it more shiny, more sparkly, make it stand out more. It does take practice, you are right, but I've been doing it for a while, and I think once you get the hang of it, it's actually easier than the brushes for the most part, but you are right, it definitely takes some practice at first. All right, same with silver. Silver doesn't cover very good, I don't feel like, so I'm gonna do a second, maybe even a third coat on the silver. The gold should probably only need this second coat. Yeah, the gold's good with two. The silver might need another one though. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing these down. While we wait on that silver one to dry. I did link this kit in the description of the video, and if you're looking for both, they're on the website under shelf sitters, so you could get Santa and Mrs. Claus by going to the website and just looking for the shelf sitter section. What are we painting tomorrow? I don't remember. I have it all scheduled out, but it's scheduled out on my phone and I can't see because I'm on my phone live right now. I think we're doing a door hanger tomorrow. All right, I wanted to do some more silver, so let's do that real quick. It might be good with just that coat, but we're gonna do one more just to make sure. And then you just glue her hands down on here, which you really can't see. They kind of blend right in because she's holding on to that black board. But you'll be able to see them in just a minute when we get these on here. Her little cuffs. Okay, still waiting on this to dry just to see if I want a second coat on there. This should be good. And just line it right up with the edges. This little part down here that's not painted will fit right into the slot there in just a minute. When it's dry, I'll show you. And then let's do our last silver coat and then we should be good. And then we'll look her over for any more details that we want to do, but I think she's pretty good without details. I think just putting in the lines for her hair really made that pop. And I'm glad that I did the red glasses instead of black. All right. So then you're just gonna line this up right here. You can kind of see where her arms are bent. Just gonna kind of line that up right at this area and glue it down so that it looks like she's holding it. And I'm just gonna let her sit here for a second before I pick her up to show you guys. Because I just want to make sure that she stays put. I'm just doing a second coat of the white on here. Even though I don't like the brush strokes, I feel like it dried kind of thin. And when it's dry all the way, I'm going to go through and hit that with the marker there, just to define it a little bit more. Hi, Colleen, thank you. So, again, this was Santa from yesterday, our Santa sitter. And here is our Mrs. Claus. I should be able to sit her in here now without messing her up. There's our Mrs. Claus from today. So they go perfectly together. You could, if you wanted to, put some of the snow text on her. I don't think I would do that because her collar, like we did it on Santa's hat, but we only did it on like the palm and the part of the hat that would be puffy. So I don't think I'm gonna add any snow text to her. I think she's gonna stay nice and smooth. I don't think there's any more details that I wanna do to her aside from putting that marker down the lines there. I may, let me see. I may do this and I may not. I may change my mind. Hey, Aunt Tam. We may go through I'm gonna go through and put little dashes around the cookies with my tiny marker. Can you guys even see that? Just, I don't know, I feel like it makes it stand out just a little bit more. Gives it just a little bit. Do all of the ornaments this way. If you wanted to use snow text, I guess you could probably use snow text on your snowman. He would probably look cute with some snow text on him. I'm gonna leave mine plain though, but there you go. Can you guys see the outlines there? And then I'm gonna do this top part of cookies. I feel like parts of my paint are still wet, so I'm being kind of careful with where I put my hand so I don't smear anything. So I guess they kind of look like they're stitched, which cookies aren't stitched, but I kind of like the outline on them, so. Let me hit this with a dryer real quick and I can put the definition on our hands and then we'll be all done. Anytime you're working with a marker, you just want to make sure your paint is super dry, otherwise you will ruin your marker. What the heck was I doing? I was trying to put the cap on my marker and burnt my hand. All right. I'm just going to run this right along here, just to give a little definition there between her sleeve and the little cuff part. There we go. There she is, Mrs. Claus. Oh, Mrs. Claus and Santa. So these two will go perfect together. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for night 2 of the 10 Days of Christmas. I'll be live again tomorrow night and Thursday night this week. So please make sure you have your notifications turned on so that you are alerted when I'm live. And come hang out with me if you're able to. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.